Hey, this is Kyle Cease. I'm recording this in my bed, like right when I woke up. I usually record a video on a really good camera in a studio and kind of make them look good, but I kind of felt something so huge that I kind of decided, like, this can't wait. I want to talk about it right away. We're at war with Libya right now. Japan is needing our help. It was fascinating to watch the way the news kind of just throws out Libya is being attacked, and it scares you, and it's so good at just showing enormous graphic images and all these things that are continually in your face, and that's all we see all the time. When they're doing that, you're continually looking at it and you feel sad because you just see that, you feel fear, you feel all this stuff, and what it does is it stops you. It stops you from something that you don't realize you have. You have something that no one understands that they have. You were born into a world where you just created. That was all you did. If you look at your childhood, all you did was create. You draw a picture or you'd sing. That was all you were doing. And you had no problem doing it too. You didn't care what other people thought. You weren't drawing a picture going, oh, I got to turn this in by 5 o'clock. And you were this creative person. That was your essence. That's who you actually are. All you're supposed to be doing is creating. But then what happens is society comes in and they turn you into consumer because they scare you. They scare us all the time. The news only shows us bad stuff. I was at an event last night with some of the most amazing people, and hundreds of thousands of dollars were raised for schools in Africa. And all these stars were there, and all these huge visionaries were there, all these amazing people, and they were raising money for Africa. And no press was there. If that story had been something that they showed, this story of empowering things, or if they only focused on that, then other people would want to do empowering things. People go, oh, that's really cool. Like, I was there last night and I'm all pumped up. Like, I want to do good things. That's why I'm making this video, probably. So other people would watch that and they'd want to do that. And then other people would want to do that. And if we all did that, there'd be a tipping point where all of a sudden that would be the main way we work, where we would all be giving to each other all the time, and we'd be getting back because we're giving, and we'd be feeling really good. But if they pick the scary stories, we will be scared and we will continue to cause pain to other people. We will continue to cause more problems. And when we cause more problems, the news will jump on that. Someone will attack someone on Facebook. The news will jump on that story. They won't jump on what I was at last night. That story's not something that will keep us repressed. That's the goal, is to keep us in a place where we're always a little tense and always scared, and just keep you distracted now by things outside of you. You can't even just check your mail. You go on Facebook and it starts you with a news feed, which just means your friends are bitching about stuff, and then you want to comment on that, so you want to say, oh, I like this, or I comment, and then what happens is Facebook keeps going, someone else said this, and it gets you in a situation where a lot of times you're arguing with people in your thread, but you're distracted. You're always like looking over here going, oh, there's this thing I got. Well, that's a good point too. That's a good point too. You don't even realize that hours of your life are slowly leaving. If you really look and take inventory of how much time a day do you spend on Facebook, and how much of it is not part of what you were trying to do or what your purpose was or anything like that, it's just getting caught up and looking at those little red bubbles that tell you that someone talked about you. Then you look at that and you see someone said something, and then you get in a habit of caring what people think about you. So you start to become what loves you. And so because you're becoming what people's opinion is of you, you get scared to actually put out your work. You don't create, you don't put out what you're supposed to do, because you have this instant thing that's constantly wanting to create. All it wants to do is create. It's like this unlimited thing that is trying to get out and just draw and create and paint and sing and do all these things that you love to do. It gets repressed because you're scared. If you're scared, you'll buy stuff. Really think of that. If you feel like crap, you will be at Starbucks or McDonald's all the time. You'll say stuff like, I really want to lose weight, but then you'll believe that outside of you knows better than you, so there's a McDonald's at every corner. So if you stay in this place where you could be creating, but you're not, you will start to get out of alignment with yourself. You have this thing that's trying to come out of you, but you're burying it. So if you're out of alignment with yourself, you completely will feel depressed. You have to get back into that place of creating. Now, how do you do that? The problem is now you're in this matrix of caring about all this stuff that completely doesn't matter. You have to wake up right now, because there is so much going on in this world right now that is amazing, but you're not seeing it. You're just seeing what's bad. So you're sad bad, so you recoil and you go into a world of defense. And the problem is you don't even realize you're in defense. And because other people around you are like that, it just feels common. In the last 6 months, what did you do? Take a look at the actions you had. Were you just living on Facebook? Were you just living on YouTube? Oh, you like that video? Click this one. You like that video? Click this one. So you keep just, oh, that one, and everything becomes like a very subtle addiction, which is the worst kind of addiction because it's subtle. You don't want a subtle addiction because you don't notice it. When you're on crazy drugs, you have the clarity to go, I need to stop this, and you cut it off, and then you change your life, and you feel all these amazing things. But if the addiction you have is subtle, you don't notice it. That's what we do. We wake up now, and we just look at our Facebook. That's literally what we do. We wake up, and we check our Facebook. Bam, who likes me? Or we wake up, and we look at the news, and CNN just scares you right off the bat. We are the majority. There is a group of people who are paid amazing dollars to keep us in a low place. But we are the majority. So if you start to realize, I kind of want to create something instead, then you already start shifting something. If you go, I kind of want to see what I can do, and then you'll get in alignment with yourself. And guess what? You won't get as tired as you used to be because you'll have something that's driving you. You'll have a purpose. And if you have a purpose, you'll be doing all these things that you love to do. I started realizing this, and that's how I became a stand-up comic. The things that I did and the things that people that are successful did, anyone can do. And people will go, that's not true. It is true because other people did it. Anything Martin Luther King did, anything JFK, Gandhi, they were willing to die for what they believed in. And if a majority of us were willing to do that, the whole thing would shift. But the problem is we're so scared to say anything because we're so scared of what other people will say. And then we care what other people think about us because we've now been programmed to. But that's not our natural state. Kids don't care what people think of them. That's your natural state. And if we just go back to that effortlessness of creating, we just go back to that effortlessness of just doing what we do, the whole world would shift. Some people are watching this video and they're really going to be affected by it. And those people that are affected, I highly recommend that you take this video and you send it to other people that are needing help, that are at a low and don't realize that your low is the greatest thing that can happen to you. Whenever you hit a low, you start to look, you start to search. It's when we're comfortable and bored. The worst thing in the world is if you are not free, but you think that you are. Think of it like the Matrix. This is me not just being positive, this is me being realistic. A lot of times people say, oh, I'm just being realistic. Well, let me ask you this. What is your idea of realistic? Are you choosing to focus on what the news tells you, on people that have chosen to fail on their goals? Are you choosing to look at that? Or are you going to look at the people that have done things amazingly? Because that also happens, so that's also real. There's going to be some people that hate this because it's scary to change. It's scary to do something that's different. It's scary to wake up because what you've had is comfortable and it's a pattern. And it's only when you hit your own low that you'll wake up. So those people, I'm not talking to you. But everyone else that's like tired of the same thing, if you just ask yourself, what can I do at all in this world? It's a completely different question than why me? We are so stuck on asking ourselves questions that are not going to give us a good answer. If you ask why me, you'll always get because you suck, because you're fat, because you always do this. But if you ask yourself, how can I change the world? How can I become more successful? How can I become a better person? How can I use this low to affect other people? You will change something because we are a crazy majority. There are billions of us. Now imagine if there were 20 Gandhis at the same time. I mean, anyone can do this stuff. We have the internet. That's what those people did without the internet. We have the internet now. So people, wake up. You have unlimited talent. You have unlimited creativity. You're in relationships where you say things like, you complete me. If someone is completing you, that implies you're incomplete without them. Get complete first, then get the person. Get complete first, and then go get the job. Don't listen to things like the economy's bad and get scared to go after it. The economy is bad, but it's also you completely hearing that and believing that that's stopping you from going after a job. If you go after a job and go, I hope I can get this, you might not get it. But if you go in there and going, how can I shift this company? Or even better, how can I use this bad economy to create my own situation and create my own thing with the internet? We have the internet. You can write anybody in the world. Think about that. Literally, you can make contact with anyone who is an expert in any field. Now, you're going to watch this video and you're going to go, yeah, right. You know, we hear that stuff all the time. We literally hear all the time. You can do the change and you can blah, blah, blah. But you actually can. And so many people don't comprehend that they actually could. And in fact, almost all of us don't comprehend that. But the second you get a few people to start getting it, then other people around you start getting it, and you hit a tipping point. And you have to be it first. And I'm telling you, if you do, you'll start living your life with a passion. You'll start feeling good. You'll start changing something. You'll start affecting something. And if you keep doing that, other people around you will do it too. This video is an offering. I'm here if anyone needs help with anything. KyleCease.com. You can write me at KyleCease@Yahoo. But I can tell you right now that if you're interested in changing something, you're able to. On my life, you're able to. Your past doesn't equal your future unless you live there. That's what Tony Robbins says. So if you go back into your past and you go, well, it didn't work before, take a look at what you did. To go where you have never gone before, you have to do what you've never done. If you want it bad enough, you can have it. The thing is, you got to want it more than you're afraid of it. You have to actually wake up. You have to actually take some steps towards it. And I swear on my life, you can have it. You can have anything. You are so unlimited. They say that if you take your 10 best friends and you average it out, that's exactly how much income you have. That's exactly what your weight is, your health, your relationship, everything. You literally will become exactly like the people that you're around. In this one life that I have, maybe I should keep my family and choose my peers. Maybe I should choose the peers that encourage me. Get off the TV. Get off the internet for a while, or only use the internet to your power. The internet's amazing. It's an amazing tool, but you have to actually use it with your own intention and not just let it take you on a ride. You were born into a world where you knew how to do everything. Your instincts were telling you when you were hungry and all those things. And then what happens is your parents start to tell you when you're hungry. They go, no, we eat here at 6 o'clock. And so you stop listening to what your heart says, and you stop listening to this thing that always knows, and you start to live your life wondering what other people think. And I realize if I just sit here and live in a world where I react to what other people think of me, I won't do anything. So I'd rather do something and not care. I'd rather do something and put my heart on the line. I'd rather do something and really live for what I'm doing. There's charities all over the place that are designed to help people. There are people with visions that are not stuck in other people's visions, and they're helping people. So you can do that, and you can start to actually live your life, because most of the people that are breathing are actually dead. You can prove me wrong, or you can prove me right. It's up to you. Because I'm not fighting with anybody. I'm offering something. Do it. Actually do it. Just start now. And you might go, well, I don't know how to do it. Just start. You might do it wrong, but that's better than doing nothing. Because most people analyze themselves out of doing everything. If you go after something, you're no worse off than you would be if you hadn't gone after it. Really take that in. In fact, you're better off because you know the answer. So even if you ask a girl out and she says no, you know the answer. So you won't spend your rest of your life at a yellow light wondering what would have happened if. And that goes with everything else in this world. If you are in a job and you know that you shouldn't be in it, or you're in a relationship and you know that you shouldn't be in it, listen to that. That's your heart talking. Don't, in this one life, give your time away to a company that you don't believe in. Don't stay in a relationship with someone who's hurting you or disempowering you or whatever. Get out of it. You're focused on the loss of one person versus the gain of 6.6 billion people if you're bisexual and willing to date everyone. So there is an unlimited amount of opportunities here, but we're busy focusing on what's wrong versus what we could do. So start going, what could I do? How could I use this? And wake the up.